Hey everybody, Danielle Hargenrader here, founder of Diabetes Dominator Coaching and best-selling author of Unleash Your Inner Diabetes Dominator, here today to give you my honest review of my experience with the Dario blood glucose monitoring system so far. Full disclosure, they did send me a meter free of charge in exchange for my honest review. So let's get started. What I want to show you today is, well, I'll show you first the box that it came in, but I'm not one of those cool people that's going to do the whole unboxing thing because I've already taken it out. I've been using it for about 30 days now. But this is the box, and this is the meter. And actually, I'm going to give you a full review of everything, but if you don't want to watch the whole review and you just want to know how I feel about it, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I think it's an awesome meter, and I think overall that most meter companies, after this gains popularity, are going to have to go in the exact direction that Dario has gone in order to keep up, because it is just that cool. So this is the entire meter. This is not only the entire meter, but this is the end is the lancing device, as you can see. This end is the test strip holder, which is right here. And this is the vial of test strips that comes in and out of the whole device, and you snap that back on. And this right here, where you see this orange, this is the actual meter. You just pop it up, meter comes out, and this is the whole meter. This is all you need other than a smartphone for this to work. And even though I'm not a super high-tech nerd, like especially with phones and stuff, I don't like have the latest phone or anything like that, or even like an updated computer. But this stuff, like diabetes tech, I'm a nerd about that. But other stuff I don't care about. So this is like super cool. So let's actually do the blood glucose test. So all you need is a phone. So this is an iPhone 5S. And actually, let's go back to the main screen so I can show you exactly how it looks. So this is the main screen. And this is the Dario app right here, the orange thingy with the white symbol on it. So we'll click on that. And opens up. We'll give it a second while it loads its stuff up. So it's saying I'm 100% in range because this is only reading today. And again, full disclosure, I haven't used this as my main meter. I've used this in the last 30 days. I've used this 22 times. The only reason I haven't made this my main meter is because I'm a creature of habit, and that's the truth. I have my old meter, and the reason is not the meter, it's the case. Because in the case of my meter has a zipper part inside of it where I carry an extra vial of insulin and some extra syringes just in case my pump fails while I'm out and I don't feel like having to do a whole pump site change and I'll be home, I'll just inject. I always have that with me. And also because sometimes when I'm working out, which I was earlier, which is why I'm not wearing my wedding ring now, it actually is in there, I'll put my wedding ring in my blood glucose meter case with the zipper part because I feel like it's secure in there. And the Dario doesn't have a case, but you know, that's not really a good haha case for not using it. Sorry, I'm corny. So this thing's just showing you on the main screen that in the last 30 days I've had 3 hypos, which I have my hypos set. You can set your own. So I have my hypoglycemic set at 59. My average blood glucose reading has been 104, and I have 0 hypers. When I set this up, I set my hyper up at 200, but on my Dexcom, I set my hyper line at 130. So, I mean, honestly, I'm sure it was higher than 130 at some point, so it's not necessarily true, but that's completely customizable. You set up your own diabetes profile in here in the menu. I'm not going to go through all the stuff in the menu, but there's analytics, meaning you can literally see every blood sugar that you've taken in a chart on a graph, days, times. The thing that I do love is the statistics, I think it is. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Is the logbook and charts. So what it is it's showing you each of your readings, but what you can do is you can put a note in to every reading if you want to. So just for example, the first time I took a reading, I wanted to check it out. So it says note. I don't know if you can see that down there at the first one. It says note. I just put a note. It said first test. First time I've tested on this. And I mean, you could literally put, and the next one I put, like I had 7 grams of carbs to treat that 74 blood sugar before I went to bed. You can literally know everything that you want in your phone. You don't have to like find something and upload it to your computer and then wait for it to download. You literally have all the information about every blood sugar that you've ever taken if you want in here. And the other thing about this that I love is that you can tag exercises. So out of my really biggest complaint, which is not a huge complaint, but if you are an active person and you do want to put those tags in, they have tags for walking, biking, swimming, jogging, running, you know, every kind of cardio exercise, but there are no tags for weightlifting at all, not one single one. So I was told by some people that work for Dario that they're always updating their systems, you know, apps get upgraded. So I'm hoping that soon in the next versions, they will upgrade to having a weightlifting tag so that you can know, because I know a lot of us out there, whether it's lifting weights or body weight resistance exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, etc., you want to know, you know, that's not walking. So anyway, not too much more about that. So back to the main screen. So here we go. So I'm actually going to do a test and show, or a check and show exactly how it works. So here's the main screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the meter up. Comes right out. You're going to plug it right in to the earphone jack of your phone. So phone, earphone jack right there. Plug the meter right in. So then the screen is saying it's connecting, right? And now it wants me to insert a test strip. So I'm going to grab my test strip from here, open up the vial, click it up, grab a test strip, pretty little gold test strip, and then I'm going to stick it into the meter, which is right there. The other thing about this that I have to say, that I have to mention, just because over the last 25 years of living with type 1 diabetes, I've used many meters. So I'm just going to snap this back on to the test strip cover. This requires the least amount of blood that I have ever encountered by far. Like, not even, oh, it's close to this meter or that meter. No, like such a little amount of blood. It's actually mind-boggling. And I also did just wash my hands right before I started recording. So I know I always wash before. That's a huge important thing, or use an alcohol swab. But anyway, so this here brings back the lancing device. Test. Tiny little drop of blood. I mean, I don't even know if you can see it. That's actually too much for this meter, honestly. So just put that in there. What I want to do is bring this back up so you can see it is measuring 80. Wonderful. So now that's in there. So it's in there and it's asking me, okay, do you want to tag this? Do I want to put, have I just had any carbs? Is this pre-meal, post-meal, bedtime? Is this, you know, anything? So right here is where you put in all the information. Physical activity, gives you the time, all that good stuff. Get rid of the test strip and then just unplug this from your phone and then put it right back in to click, click, and it's all done. And the other thing about this that I love is that it's super durable. And I can only assume that the people at Dario know that we can be a little bit rough on our equipment, because I have thrown this into the bottom of my purse every time I've used it since I've had it. And I'm like most women, or maybe I'm generalizing, but I have a lot of stuff in my purse, pens and hard objects. You know, I do carry around a little pocket knife, like things that are in there that could definitely, you think about, oh, it's this high-tech piece of equipment, I'd have to treat it with kid gloves or things like that. But no, this has been in my purse rolling around at the bottom. Every time I use it, I just fish it out for like over 30 days at this point. Not a scratch on it. It's super durable. These ends don't pop off easily, but if you flip them off, they flip off, but they don't just knock off. So that's really awesome. So again, 2 thumbs up. I super highly recommend it. I think it's a great tool, especially for people who want to have all that information at their fingertips to provide to, you know, healthcare provider or anybody that might want to see any charts or graphs or things like that at the snap of a finger. You don't have to wait for anything to download. Everything you put in there just automatically uploads and it's there. So I think it's a great meter. I'm really excited to see how Dario does as hopefully their popularity grows in the United States. I know a lot of other people with diabetes who have used it who think it's super cool. And even me as a non-tech nerd, when it comes to general things, I think this is super cool because I've never seen anything like it before. So yeah, so I highly recommend it. Go grab yourself a Dario meter and I will see everybody on the next video. Take care.